Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me today for another deck profile. This is going to be on Pilaf, one of Goku's oldest enemies and pals. Anyway, so I've been playing around with this on Untapped. I finally started learning how to play Untapped, or learning how Untapped worked. Um, Also, if you see a little cord dangling, it's because I am trying a new mic to hopefully fix the audio. Um, Problem that appeared in the cooler video. Um, but Pilaf, he's pretty standard. He's a red leader. I like him because of kind of the archetype itself with Earthlings. When you attack, you draw a card at 4 life or less, or if you have 3 or more battle cards in play, you may switch up to 2 of your energy. Restand 2 energy and then flip it over. And then you still have the when this card attacks, draw 1 card, and then you can sack 3 battle cards to give a Unison triple strike for the turn. So it's really nice for like that end game where like you've already attacked with 3, and then you're just like, okay, I can ditch them and then give my Unison triple strike. Um, so it's just really nice, and I just love kind of the Earthling kind of aspect in the archetype. So we're gonna get in to this. We're gonna start it off with what unisons we run currently. Because I don't have draft box, we are gonna be running 3 Vegito and 2 Vegeta. I like having 2 Vegeta just because the 2 drop is easier to get out, and sometimes that opens up for plays that I'm going to show you later with the Yamcha Merciless Barrage. Um, but I like 3 Vegito. Um, this is pretty much like one of your boss cards, one of them. Uh, but it's really nice. Hopefully, you know what it does. In case you don't, your +1 for the Vegito is draw 1 card, and then you can pretty much summon a 1 mana red with a 2 or less. So this can like start a chain late game. So like if you summon one of the bots or one of the Dragon Ball chasers, that kind of starts your chain. Um, and its -2 is until the end of your opponent's next turn. If your opponent would play a battle card using a skill, it's placed in the drop area instead. And then your -5 is if your opponent doesn't have any battle cards in play, deal 1 damage to your opponent. So if you're able to wipe the board and then they have only 1 life left, you can take that out. And then with the Vegeta Unison, when this card attacks, add a marker to it and then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and it gets -5k power for the turn. And then choose one of your red battle cards. This is a -1, or leader cards, and it gets 5,000 power and can attack your opponent's battle cards in active mode for the turn. So if you're trying to kind of get rid of their cards. Next, we're going to get into the Pilaf package. So you get. I'm running 4 Pilaf. I'm wondering if I want to cut him down to 3, um, but I know I definitely want to keep 4 Shu just because it definitely turned 3. Shu is going to make a lot of plays for 1 energy, because whenever he does this, you can for 1 energy you can choose up to 1 red Pilaf or my card in your hand with an energy cost of 2 or less and play it. And so when that happens, you just summon a Dragon Ball chaser, and then bam, you get all 3 Dragon Ball chasers out on the field, because they all summon each other. They chain combo. So I love Shu. With Pilaf, you can you can draw or look at reveal the top 5, kind of go through, and you can pick stuff for your pieces. I only run 2 Mai's Gang Femme Fatale. I use it just to have a couple more Pilafs essentially. Except with Pilaf, you can you can grab a Unison, or you can grab a 4-drop Unison. But with Mai, you can only grab Earthlings. So I just feel like Mai is just a little bit worse than Pilaf. And there are some things that I like to play in the deck that I kind of need space for. So I decided Mai could be cut a couple. So then we're going to get into our chasers, our Dragon Ball chasers. I've already mentioned what they do. They just summon each other. And then So I have three of all the chasers, and then I have two Masterbot and one Ostrich form. I think one Ostrich form is enough. Uh, they're all really good. This is pretty much like one of your big game enders. You know, if you haven't already flooded the field and destroyed them, it's a triple attack. Um, when this card is removed, choose up the one machine ostrich form from your hand, drop area, or deck and play it. So I don't see a reason to have another one. Um, Maybe a second one would be fine, just in case, both of these are on board. Um, but you can summon this from any area, so it really makes sense to only have one. Um, but I could see an argument for two. Next, we're going to get into the Earthlings that are not Pilaf. So our four super combo. I like Boma. I I think Raditz might be a little bit better, but I like the 10k just off the bat because I believe with Raditz he starts off at 0 combo power. I could totally be wrong about that because I'm pretty sure he gains 10 combo power based off of your life. So I like this one because you're going to lose life and your opponent is also going to lose life. Making it 8 or less is going to happen in the game. That's just my opinion. Uh, but yeah. And then currently one of my favorite cards in the deck just because of how free it can be. Yamcha Merciless Barrage. While it is one of my favorites, I am thinking of potentially cutting it maybe one for Android 17 Rebel Reinforcements when I get it. But for now, I like the 4 along with 4 Bunny Girl, which when I get the reinforcements, I might also do that. But what makes Bunny Girl so good is whenever one of your monsters pretty much gets KO'd by a skill, um, they you can summon this for free, and then you will be able to play one red Earthling battle card from your drop area that's of 4 cost or less, and that's why I just play one Desert Hyena because if anything, I could use it as combo power, and then turn 2, turn 3, I can summon a 4-drop. That's kind of how I've been playing it, and I'm sure there's like better ways and better ideas, but that's just something that's been working for me, and I think is super fun. But with the Yamcha Merciless Barrage, because I didn't explain it, it's a counterplay that you can activate for free if you have a Unison with 2 or more markers on it. And whenever, what it is when you counterplay, you choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards, and you pretty much kill it because it's a minus 15k, and most battle cards that are like 3 drops or less, they're usually about 15k, so you're probably getting a couple KO'd cards off of this. And then I play 3 Mercenary Tau. If you have 3 or more non-token battle cards in play, you can summon him for free. And it comes in with critical for the turn. So it's really nice because they're going to want to block it or combo out. I only have one, but I like Baba because if you combo with it from the battle area, so like when you summon it, you can choose up to one of your Earthling cards in your leader area or battle area, and it gets 5k. So it's an automatic 5k for the turn. And then when you use it as combo power, you get to draw a card, and then minus 5k on one of your opponents. So it's just really nice. I think I would play more if I had more, personally. And then I play 3 Topo, Righteous Aid. Hopefully you know what this does. It pretty much becomes a 2 cost on your opponent's turn, and makes it to where if they want to attack more, they have to ditch cards from their hand. So it's just a really nice card and is a good way to stall. There's not a whole lot of counter control in this deck. There's a little bit, but not crazy. And then I have 3 counterattacks. I have 2, is that all you've got? And 1 after image technique. With the is that all you got? I know some people don't really know this card very well, but you negate the attack and then you ditch a red card and um, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards and it gets minus 15k for the turn, which is similar to a Yamcha Merciless Barrage, except a counterattack version. And then after image technique, you get like a plus 40k to your cards. And you can choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and it gets a minus 10k. And you can use Sparking 5, so you can add a card from your life to your hand if you have 5 cards in your graveyard, or not graveyard, your drop area. So yeah, it's just a really good card. So I've been working on it, and for me, with Draft Box 6 coming out and the expansion set, I would like to test and try out, and I'm going to do that on Untapped, but I want to test out the new Shenron Unison and the new Roshi Unison. I think they're both going to be really fun for the deck. And just seeing like where they could fit in. I definitely see myself using Shenron over the Vegeta, probably taking out the Vegeta and using the Shenron. Just because it's a turbo Vegeta, essentially. And I'm definitely, whenever I get Rebel Reinforcements Android 17, I want that in there just because it's an Android 17, honestly. Along with that, it's a counterattack. But I love Android 17, so I want him in any deck that I can fit him in. So, looking forward to Draft Box 6. Please, if you like this stuff, leave a like, comment below, and leave a subscribe. So, yeah. Thank you for joining me with LJTCG again. Have a good night. Peace.